Hey YouTube, Gushing here, and it's me, Michael, again. Let me turn on this light.
What's up?
And today, instead of Money in the Bank, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, which Monday Night Raw was even better than the pay-per-view. Why are all the Raws after the pay-per-view are better than the pay-per-view?
I don't know.
Well, it's pretty much happened since the Raw after WrestleMania.
Because all the stuff transpires.
Yeah.
And then you can talk about it and get more into it.
Um,
This Raw was probably one of the best Raws of the year.
Yeah, or if not the best.
I think the one with CM Punk and John Cena match was the best. Even though writers weren't Paul Heyman. And
Yeah. Now, Raw opened up with our new GM of Monday Night Raw, Brad Maddox.
I gotta admit, Brad Maddox is doing a terrific job.
He's doing a great job as GM.
Even though he's only done
one night, but that one night was great. And if he continues this more and more weeks, he'd be a great GM.
Welcome to the Brad Maddox era.
The Brad Maddox era so far looks so good. And he announced Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio in a Money in the Bank rematch, and of course non-title. And then he was interrupted by the WWE Champion John Cena. And then he was just pretty much just like, "You're doing a good job, kid." Then Randy Orton comes out and warns John Cena, "When I cash in my Money in the Bank, it's going to come from out of nowhere, like my RKOs." Well, he didn't say that. But.
Okay, but Brad Maddox gave John Cena the opportunity to choose his opponent at SummerSlam.
Yes. And that's when Randy
anybody
Orton
on the Raw roster.
Then right after Randy Orton, we heard Fandango, which we're like, what the hell is
the
going on
audience went
here?
crazy with the Fandangoing, which is stupid.
Which, at first, it was hilarious. Like, around April, it ended after April, pretty much.
Yeah.
Then,
after New Jersey did it, it's just like, no.
Yeah. Then, he said, and he pretty much just told John Cena to choose him for SummerSlam. Then Randy Orton just attacked him, and Brad Maddox announced Randy Orton versus Fandango.
Which was an actually equal match. Both of them had, well, actually, no. Fandango hit Randy Orton with steel steps, and then Randy Orton got him into it. RKO, blah, 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 Randy Orton.
Typical Randy Orton match. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't good.
It was a typical Raw match.
Typical Raw match.
It went on for a while, though.
It did go on for, which we missed some of it.
Yeah.
Because the power went off at my house. But, then overall led to Randy Orton winning, of course. Next, there's a backstage segment with Dolph Ziggler and Cray J. Alright,
Cray J Lee.
Yeah, Cray J Lee. And, finally, Dolph Ziggler breaks up with her.
Finally. I was waiting for it.
But
But after Money in the Bank, you know.
yeah, he had a right to. Instead of just breaking up with her out of nowhere, he had a reasoning. So, after that, oh yeah, Mark Henry came out to, cut a promo, and he admitted he lost. He tapped out, and...
Yeah, I think that was a face turn.
Which it turned more of a face turn when we heard the Shield's music, which, like, this is the most random Raw ever, but I love it.
It was
the Shield just randomly came out, and Mark Henry stood there. He put up a good fight for like 30 seconds.
He did.
Then he put up at least a good minute. Then finally the numbers game got up.
No, which was Roman Reigns' spear.
Which is the only thing that Roman Reigns does. It's ridiculous. Because during his matches we don't really see him wrestle.
No, we don't. We see usually Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose wrestle.
Which Seth Rollins is a great athlete, so. And so then they got a triple power bomb on Mark Henry.
That was actually pitch perfect, beautiful.
Now, this is definitely, I think, leading to a Mark Henry face turn. Probably before he retires. They want him to be a face before he's gone. So,
he could go in the Hall of Fame.
He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. He's been there for 17 years. They got to give him credit for that. He's worked his ass off. And, so, I feel like it's probably going to be match of Mark Henry versus The Shield at SummerSlam.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Well, we thought about that with the Big Show.
Or Mark Henry and the Usos versus The Shield.
Yeah. But then again, we all thought that it was going to be Big Show versus The Shield at WrestleMania, and then turned out to add in Randy Orton and Sheamus.
Yeah.
But, I think it was good. And next up, R-Truth came out doing his stupid What's Up raps. He's back.
He finally did it with that.
Which I was like, what the... No, I'm sick of that.
Wait, was that next?
Yeah, it was.
No, it was Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, it was, yeah. But that match was just decent. But of course, the conclusion, AJ Lee was ringing the bell. She just took over the timekeeper job or something.
No, she distracted Dolph Ziggler long enough for Alberto Del Rio to super kick Ziggler in the face, pinning him and winning.
Yeah. And then, of course, Big E Langston then came.
Attacked Ziggler.
Attacked Ziggler and hit his finisher, which is very devastating. Then, while he was pretty much just like dizzy, unconscious, Cray J put him up and just kissed him. She is really crazy.
Damn bitches. But look, this is probably going to be the lead to a Big E, AJ, Ziggler feud.
But the thing is, though, imagine, maybe if at SummerSlam Big E interferes, I might get mad because Dolph Ziggler, I just want him to be world champion.
I want him to be world champion, too, because that's bullshit how he came out with a concussion and then they brought him back and then made him lose the world title.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit.
I thought it was bullshit. But,
next is,
Now
Archer
came out with, What the? Then finally the Wyatt family. Holy shit. It was amazing. And then finally we got to see Bray Wyatt hit his finisher.
His finisher was actually really cool.
Yeah, then
it was like your finisher.
Kind of, yeah. In WWE 13, the flat. Yeah. It's not really a flatliner type of move. It's basically you swing them. It's like a swinging neck breaker.
Swinging face plant. That's what it is.
And also kind of a swinging DDT if you think about it.
Like a reverse DDT.
Like Edge's DDT.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty cool move nonetheless, and Bray Wyatt cut an amazing promo.
Yeah, that was good.
And now, the thing is, I'm wondering is, what are they going to do with the Wyatt family at SummerSlam? I always thought it would be the Wyatt family against the Shield, but now I guess they're feuding him with Mark Henry, so I'm wondering what they're going to do. And then afterwards, I got mixed up with the notes. It was the Real Americans and the WWE app, you had to vote for either the Usos, Tons of Funk, or the Primetime Players, and of course the Usos won. And won the WWE app votes, and the Usos won.
Yeah, surprisingly. After their crushing loss at the pre-show.
Oh my god. They lost pretty bad.
No, they put up a good fight.
But still, they did put up an okay fight.
Yeah, but the Shield always wins.
Mm-hmm. And next up, it was our new Money in the Bank winner, Damian Sandow, against Christian. And what surprised me, Christian won.
He did win.
By a roll-up.
A lot of people are winning by roll-up nowadays. Ryback.
At Money in the Bank. Daniel Bryan's usually, if everyone wins by pinfall, he beat Sheamus by a roll-up. He beat Orton by tap-out. And at SummerSlam last year, he pinned Kane with a roll-up. But, still, it's a fair way to win. You still win. Doesn't matter. Who knows it. Now...
What his part he wants to talk about is the Cody Rhodes face turn on Raw.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes knew it was going to happen.
He turned face on Damian Sandow, SummerSlam match for the Money in the Bank briefcase.
It's either just them one-on-one or for the briefcase. If it's for the briefcase, I think it's dumb.
Yeah. Because I want Damian Sandow.
Because Damian Sandow did win fair and square. He was smart. Threw Cody Rhodes off the ladder, climbed it, won it.
But the Cena kids think otherwise.
Of course the Cena kids think otherwise. He didn't do anything.
Okay, after that was a Divas match.
Which no one gives a crap. Naomi versus Brie
defeats
Bella.
Brie Bella.
She won.
By the
crossbody.
The rear end and crossbody.
Yeah.
It was a good crossbody, though.
It was a good crossbody.
She got elevated.
And Naomi's okay. Maybe she could get a new Divas champion against AJ.
No, I'm thinking Layla.
I hope Layla gets another title because she's one of the best.
She's like the only better diva.
Next up, the CM Punk comes out and just tells Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar to get their ass out there.
Promo was
Paul Heyman's promo was holy shit. That was
a beautiful promo.
It was amazing.
And then he said, "It's clobbering time." We hear Brock Lesnar's music hit.
Yeah, and
I like the camera angle they did with Paul Heyman's face and then Brock Lesnar walking down the ramp. That was cool.
I remember they had to bleep CM Punk because he called Paul Heyman a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he called Paul Heyman a son of a bitch.
Which, a Paul Heyman Punk feud, I fucking loved it because that promo with Paul Heyman, it was edgy, it was very personal between the two of them, which it made it seem like they really do despise each other now, even though they're still best friends.
Uh-huh.
Now
then Brock Lesnar attacks CM Punk. He actually has injuries.
Yep.
His ribs are bruised, and he has torn ligaments in his right calf and ankle.
Which, who knows, that probably could lose their match at SummerSlam now.
Right.
Which is probably not going to be nothing too serious. I thought it'd be something related to his knee since he still has that bad knee.
Yeah, it's something to do with his legs.
Because of Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
Then,
Triple H and Stephanie McMahon talked to Brad Maddox about how he's doing a really great job.
But of course, had to mention fucking Vince McMahon.
Of course.
Fuck Vince McMahon. I literally can't stand him. I can't stand him.
I used to like him back in the Attitude Era. Then all he does is kiss ass to his wife. Stupid.
Fuck you, Linda. You fucking bitch.
Okay, next is
Rob Van Dam versus Chris Jericho. The match we were dying to see. Which
that match was beautiful.
We forgot to mention there was a backstage segment with Jericho and Brad Maddox, and he announced Rob Van Dam versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I'm like, Brad Maddox, you rock,
dude. That match was crazy, amazing.
The best match I've seen on Raw in years.
I would say years. I'd say 2013.
2012 didn't have that good Raw matches either. The best one I can think of was John Cena versus CM Punk back in October.
They always put on good matches.
But I think that was better than that.
That was okay. Both of them had winning sides for each other, and then Rob Van Dam hit the 5-star frog splash that we were dying to see, and he won.
Rob Van Dam won with a 5-star frog splash, and holy shit.
That was beautiful.
Next up, we're just going to get to the main event. What happened? John Cena announced his opponent for SummerSlam. Yes! 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 Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. I cannot wait for this match.
Oh, that match is going to be
When he
good.
ran out of there, he was ecstatic.
He was so ecstatic because he deserves it. He's one of the top.
And John Cena said it'd be someone who would earn it, and Daniel Bryan earns it. I swear to God, if Daniel Bryan beats John Cena, we're gonna go berserk.
Oh.
And when we go to
I think this is what's gonna happen. I think actually Daniel Bryan's gonna win, and then Randy Orton's gonna cash in the briefcase on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton feud
at Night of Champions, which we will be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is our opinion on Monday Night Raw. Agreed. What would you give it?
B. No, B+, because actually no, an A. Everything was put together nicely.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Raw an A-. It did have some bad segments with the Divas match, and Randy Orton versus Fandango was piss poor. And
it was okay.
And
it was a typical Raw match. It was a typical opening contest.
But overall, I'll give Raw an A- just for minor things that were not that good.
But still, Daniel Bryan and John Cena
for the WWE title. So that's our thoughts on Monday Night Raw, and for another WWE video, I'll probably just talk to you about what I think is going to happen at SummerSlam. See you guys.
All right, later.